Hello and welcome to Herald TV News Bulletin with me, Conor Rosario. Senior citizens who live alone are most vulnerable to be victims of any crime since they are soft targets. Generally, the victims are known to the assassins who also know about their financial dealings and assets. But in Goa, the migration of children to Europe makes senior citizens most vulnerable. Often the seniors depend on labor for their well-being. Often they are victims of crime due to the property and assets. Government has to take some vital measures to ensure that police force or neighborhood teams keep a watch on senior citizens. These teams should cater to well-being of senior citizens and help them when in need, even in daily tasks, which becomes laborious at an advanced age.
The dastardly murder of senior citizen Trinidad Martins has shocked not only the whole of Salsette but the entire state. How can a murderer walk into a house at 7 to 8 p.m. and kill someone in cold blood when Goan villages are known to have closely knit communities? This calls for urgent measures from government and from the neighborhood groups to look after security of senior citizens.
We are really shell-shocked to hear about this terrible tragedy, brutal murder of a senior citizen. He is a super 80-year-old. And we ourselves now who are senior citizens, I myself a senior citizen, 76-year-old. So I feel insecure and I feel frightened too because I myself am staying alone. So now I'm wondering in what way we can secure our safety. So I feel that it is not safe anymore to stay alone because there are lots of elements here. We are having lots of tourists, lot of migrants who come here, and sometimes they stare at us, and they may, if they come to find out who is staying alone, and maybe they can plan also to murder any person who is living alone and has got no support. But in this area, I don't feel so insecure because we are surrounded by many people and a very friendly neighborhood.
I think the police should register people who are staying alone. They should have more rounds, night rounds and something like that. And all the CCTVs, we should operate as CCTVs. Most of them they're not working condition, as it come in the newspapers.
Police and all, they don't come at nights. That they should come and give the rounds and see who is not there, because we are all old people are there, no, standing in the house and staying in the house. So I feel you need somebody, and government should see all this. That's it. Oh, petrol pump. Oh, Rache. Na police na just round दिवपाक बरें न्हू आतां पळय ती मॅडम एकली आहा आमची director. She is alone at home. So, they should give a round and see, Baba, she is alone and see what is happening and all. Ask them, you need help or something. It's better. There's nothing here. So many people, come this side. They come this side and they, middle of the night, come young ladies, young boys and all. They just come behind our doors and we're just frightened. We're all frightened, but we're also alone here.
The Congress has alleged that the government and especially Health Minister Vishwajit Rane is threatening government servants to issue appointment orders to candidates who had answered their interviews prior to the elections. Girish Churankar stated that this was being done in Goa Human Resource Development Corporation, the police personnel and in the Goa Medical College.
Already जे कोणी इलेक्शनाक तांकां दिसता तांकां सपोर्ट केलो ना म्हणून ताणें रिवेंज घेवपाचें राजकारण ट्रान्सफरींतल्यान सुरू केल्लें आसा. आनीक हांगा वेगळी वेगळी तरेची ऑर्डर्जी ऑलरेडी येवपाक लागलेली आसा. हांगा गोवा ह्युमन रिसोर्स डेव्हलपमेंट कॉर्पोरेशनाची ऑलरेडी डेव्हलपमेंट जावपाची ऑर्डर जाल्ली आसा. पुलीस पर्सनलांकय थोडा हॅरेसमेंट सुरू जाल्लो आसा. हेल्थ मिनिस्टर विश्वजीत राणे तर GMC वचून थंय फोर्सफुली ऑर्डर्स काडपाक तेंचेर दबाव हाडटा ऑफिसरां कडेन. आनी तो हेंय थंय सांगता ऑफिसरांक सगळ्याक की आतां आपूण मुख्यमंत्री जातलो म्हणून. आनी तेन्ना तुमी आपल्यो सगळ्यो ऑर्डर फॉलो करपाक लागा म्हणून. आता ह्या तरेचे जर ह्या वेळार त्या BJPचे लिडर्स असे वागपाक लागले, जंय मॉडल कोड ऑफ कंडक्ट आसा, अजून वोटिंग अजूनही चालू आसा सरकारच्या म्हायती प्रमाणे आनी इलेक्शन कमिशनाच्या म्हायती प्रमाणे, आनी ह्यो ट्रान्सफरी ते कशे काडपाक शकतात आनी ते सरकारी ऑफिसरांचेर कसो दबाव हाडपाक शकतात, हो एक प्रश्न गोवा प्रदेश काँग्रेस कमिटीक पडटा. आनी आमी मागतात, डिमांड करतात इलेक्शन कमिशना कडेन, हेजे पयलीं आमी लेटर बरयल्लें आसात की इलेक्शन कमिशनान मातशें सक्तीचें जावपा पडटलें. हो सरकार इलेक्शन कमिशनाक भिना अशें दाखयता की इलेक्शन कमिशन तेंच्या बोल्सांत आसा अशें. पुलीस सगळ्या स्टेशनाचेर आतां ऑफिशियली वायरलेस करतात, फक्त एसेस करपाक कितले पुलिसांनी बॅलेट पेपर्स व्हेले आनी कितले पुलिसांनी वोटींग केलें, आनी जे कोणें वोटींग केलें ना तेंचे फोन नंबर. आतां एक गव्हर्मेंट डिपार्टमेंट, पुलीस डिपार्टमेंट हें कशें करपाक शकता, हो एक प्रश्न आयज गोंयांत सगळ्यांक पडला, इन्क्लुडींग पुलीस डिपार्टमेंटाक पडला. आयज वायरलेसाचें कितें जाता तें कंप्लीट रेकॉर्ड जाता आनी ऑफिशियल वायरलेस वयता. बेसिकली तीन प्रश्न: हाव मेनी बॅलेट पेपर्स एप्लायड बाय पुलीस स्टाफ, म्हणजे त्या पुलीस स्टेशना वयले कितले पुलिसांनी बॅलेट पेपराक एप्लाय केलो. दुसरो प्रश्न ते विचारतात: हाव मेनी ऑफ देम हॅव कास्ट देअर वोट, म्हणजे कितल्या बॅलेट पेपर पुलीस स्टाफांनी वोटींग केलें.
Story by Devendra Gaonkar for Herald TV.
The Goa Carnival is one of the most anticipated events of the state's cultural and tourism calendar. This year, the Goa Carnival will be unleashed on February the 26th, and most Goans rue the fact that the traditional carnival of yesteryears is non-existent today. What was the carnival of the yesteryears like? Is it possible to revive the old carnival? Let's listen in.
The carnival was first started during the Portuguese regime, suspended after liberation, and then revived in 1964 by Vasco Alvares. The commercial carnival was stopped in 2005. For some years, the Panjim Carnival Committee organized the carnival until it was taken over by the municipal council. Only if a carnival is organized by private bodies can traditional carnival be revived, feels Joachim Tellis, the former president of the Panjim Carnival Committee.
Carnival during erstwhile Portuguese regime. Then soon after liberation it is stopped for 3 years, I think. And then again it started in 1964. That was revived by late Vasco Alvares. And Carnival was organized by Directorate of Tourism under V.A.P. Mahajan. He was the director of tourism. And then it continuously we organized Carnival till 1987. Carnival was not there in 1987 because there was a lot of because of language agitation. 1987 it is stopped, only 1 year. But Club National organized Carnival. Club National that was under Mr. Francis Martin. We took one big float, long float in 1987, although there was no carnival. And thereafter, carnival is there all the time. But carnival what we organized before was a traditional carnival. Then he started this commercial carnival. Then commercial carnival we stopped in 2005. Till 2005 that was there. Until 2006. Till 2006, this private आमचे Panjim Traditional Festival Committee organized carnival till 2011. And after 2000, then this carnival was given to the municipal council all over Goa. And in Panjim it was CCP. CCP was there. So CCP in 2007 it was Goa Tourism Development Corporation in 2007, and 2008 actually CCP organized carnival. But that was not a traditional carnival. Now the tradition is not there. Carnival what we organize today is a commercial carnival. There are two parts now. One is parade is there. Parade is there, and second one now this is there. What we organize in Municipal Garden. Big shows, 4 days. But nowadays the traditional these floats are not coming, are not participating as much as what used to participate before. Now that traditional carnival will not come again. It has to be given to private people to organize. Municipality cannot do. They are all politicians, and they don't know what is carnival. For example, now the mayor become chairman. Sometimes he is not a Catholic, so they don't. And then what we organize programs every day in Municipal Garden is bands. That traditional groups don't come now. Care, no, street plays. So street plays are not there now. Not there. Drama means, carnival means this care. They have to stay care every day at least for a little bit, for half an hour, instead of putting bands all the time to play.
The Panjim Carnival Committee was first formed under Tony Rodriguez in 2008. It needs the right kind of people to revive traditional carnival, Joachim Tellis said.
The Panjim Carnival Committee was formed in 2008. Till 2006, private committee used to organize. Then 2007, Goa Tourism Development Corporation, they organized. And in 2008, first time the committee was under the chairmanship of Tony Rodriguez. So the committee is on behalf of CCP. Committee organizes carnival. No, that kind of committee has to be there, no? Committee, that kind of people should be there. Now till 2011, where I was the president, 2010 also and 2011, we revived carnival, traditional carnival. And we were very strict about it. It was not commercial. And so many things are there that I don't understand.
Let's take a short break. Welcome back. Politics in Goa has been drawn into the now. Politicians espouse the cause of immediate power. They want to get power today. And this becomes a big problem. So politicians are not bothered about the future and about leadership. They do anything to get power, and mass leaders are built through social movements.
Goa's first mass leader, Dayanand Bandorkar, espoused the cause of land to the tiller and removal of landlordism. Today, political parties do not have mass leaders due to very few social movements in Goa. Also, there is a case that many social leaders are not willing to take the leap into politics, even as participating in social movements itself is politics.
They have won not because of the platform. Correct. They have won because of themselves. Correct. But that's happening with all parties. Correct. See, again we come to another point on this. See, what happens is, we all know that there is no ideology remaining in most parties. I mean, it may be only on paper, which is not there. Also, do you think Goa also lacks a mass leader or a couple of mass leaders around whom politics moves around? I mean, for better or worse, I mean, we mentioned Bausai, we mentioned Dr. Jackson. Later on, we could talk about other leaders in the Congress. Even Dr. Willi to a little extent was there, give or take. So we always had, and then of course the Parikar, Manohar Parikar burst into the scene, and then his reign lasted for a little while, and the Congress came. But don't you feel that when Goa is completely bereft of a tall leader or tall leaders, it all becomes centered around regional satraps in different constituencies trying to get what? So why has a tall leader in Goa not emerged according to her? I mean, over a last say 6 years or 7 years, why has there been no strong individual leader around whom politics revolves around. Somehow, what Radha says is correct. That nobody has time for the future. It has to be now, now and now. And the immediate power becomes a big problem. Immediate, we have to get power today.
Correct. Correct.
That is the problem where you are not bothered about the future. You are not bothered about leadership.
Correct.
You are prepared to sacrifice anything to get power.
Yes, and if you see the trend in naming CM candidates and CM faces, people who are named CM candidates and CM faces do not have a long track record in politics at all. They don't even have a short track record. For instance, AAP, which is the only party which religiously names CM faces, it had named Elvis Combs last time, and now they've named Amit Palekar as. We'll come to the AAP factor a little later. But
since you are talking of leaders,
yes.
If you look at other states, you find there is leadership there, and the leadership normally evolves from the person's involvement in not just election politics, but in social movements.
Right.
So if you like Maharashtra, Karnataka, the leaders whom we call as leaders of political parties, they have evolved from social movements.
Right.
So in Goa, that was there, Bhavasaheb Barungar to be considered leader because he came from certain social movements, and main thing was land to the tiller.
Correct. Correct.
You know, removal of landlordism. So there is, and there is the Manohar Parrikar emerged as leader due to so many other factors. I mean, we can call that BJP had a leader.
Right.
Now you find all parties are leaderless.
The Panjim fish market is not a fish market at all and completely unbecoming of the capital city of India's #1 tourist destination. The fish market is a temporary shed which has been erected on a road and has continued thus for decades.
The Panjim fish market is one of the most filthy and unhygienic places to buy fish. Still, hundreds of customers are forced to negotiate through the filth and smell every morning to buy their favorite fish. Why has this market been neglected for decades?
हिंगा कोण तरी साफ करपाक येता?
दनपारचे येता हे म्युनिसिपालिटी साफ करून.
हांगा कोण तरी साफ करपाक येता?
म्युनिसिपालिटी येता न्हू. डेली साफ.
पण इतले मेळ कशें आसा लायक तरी पूण
ते मेळ म्हण कितें आसता नुस्तें न्हू तें कितलें जाल्यार ते साफ करीत आसता पूण ते नुस्त्याचे तुका लोक तुका आयकना न्हू उडयतातूच न्हू तो परत ते म्हण कितले साफ करतले.
We also asked what the vendors think the government should do to improve the hygiene and cleanliness of the place. They had the following to say.
तुका कितें दिसता सरकारान करपाक जाय हिंगा तुजे लायक डिमांड कितें आसा?
सरकार करता पूण आमी जर सारके आसा जाल्यार सरकाराचो कितें दोश आहा. सरकारान कामगार सगळे दवरल्या पूण आमी आतां उडयतली थंयच उडयता चुकता थंयच जाल्यार सरकाराक दोश दिवन फायदो कांय ना न्हू. आमी सारके रावूंक जाय न्हू. आमी पयलीं सारकी ना ते लीप करता कामगार खूब आसता सकाळी येता मागीर मदीं सायडन मारता मदीं वायपर मारतात ते बहुत आसता. आतां पळय ते घाण आतां पळय मुद्दम केल्या ते धुता म्हटल्यार परत करता न्हू लोक कशें आसा ते.
इतले मेळ कशें आसा तरी पूण
उदकाचे पांय उदक पडटा न्ही आयसाचे आनी मागीर ते लोकांचे पांय लागता न्ही ते घाण जाता दिसभर अशें कळ्ळें. साफ आनी ते सगळे साफ सारके करना पळय सायटीचे तशेंच दवरता मदींच साफ बरें करता. हय ते खळी बी पळय आसा ते साफ करीत ना त्यो ते खळी तशेंच दवरून हे करून वयता.
तुका कितें दिसता सरकारान करपाक जाय तुजे डिमांड कितें आहा?
डिमांड कितें आसा म्हटल्यार सरकारान हे साफ करपाचें ते सोडून ही म्हारगाय हे नुस्तें सुद्दां आतां बाय आमकां 20 किलो म्हणून दिता 20 किलोचे आमकां ते 15 किलो 17 किलो 18 किलो नुस्तें गावता. आमकां कमी गावता नुस्तें आयसूच सगळो आसता मागीर नुस्तें आमी तें काडल्यार तें कमी आसता मागीर आमचे एकदां पयशे जायना म्हारग आसता न्हू. म्हारगाय खंय पावल्या पयलीं सगळे वाडलेले आसा आनी आमी गरीब हितूनच पोट भरपाचें ते एक दीस पयशेच जायना आमचे मागीर ते थंय आयकना मडगांव तेंचे पयशे कितले आसा तितलेच घेता न्हू ते. आमी कमी दिल्यार ते घेयना तेंचे कितले आसा तितलेच दिवंक जाय आमचे नाशिल्ले काडून परत तांकां दिवंक जाय कित्याक ते आयकना न्ही. तेंचे 20 किलोच म्हणटा ते 30 किलोच म्हणटा ते 25 किलोच आशिल्ले म्हणटा पण हांगा हाडल्यार तितले आसना हेंचे नुस्तें खूब कमी आसता.
As we were asking them the questions, we noticed that many sellers were hesitant about giving their honest opinion to the questions that they were asked, as they feared losing their only source of income.
तूं केन्ना सान हांगा नुस्तें विकता?
म्हाका 2 वर्सां जालीं.
हांगा कोण तरी साफ करपाक बी येता?
म्युन्सिपालिटीचे.
इतले मेळ कशें आसा पूण लायक तरी पूण?
आसा बरें. बरें क्लीन करून वयता.
Well, that's all we have in today's news bulletin. Thank you for watching Herald TV News. And for more news alerts, please follow us on O Heraldo on Facebook and Twitter. Take care and goodbye.